Okay, so this will be my first time narrating a video, so bear with me as I stumble my way through this. This is August 2025, and we went to Niagara Falls this time. Uh, we stayed at the Hyatt Place, Niagara Falls. Nice hotel. Uh, Cool thing about it is, like, we could literally just look out our hotel room. They do fireworks every night at the falls, and we could just stay in our room. We could look, even though we are only on the second floor, we could see the fireworks. A few trees in the way, but you could see it. If you wanted to, you could go up to the roof every night. You could go up to the roof and watch the fireworks from there. We got some good videos of that. Other than that, I'll chime in here whenever I can, and I'll try and fast forward through some of the more boring stuff where we're just walking from place to place. Okay, so from here, the bathrooms are straight ahead. Off to the left there is the Welcome Center. Upper level is where you get your information. Down below, you have a food court, drinks, snacks. There's and lunch. Also, a good place to change your shoes. Uh, we'll get into that a little bit later. Okay, so what she was just explaining there is that you can get your trolley ticket there. They have a trolley that you know goes back and forth like any other park or whatever. That you can take you different stops. It's a one-time. You pay for the day, and you can ride it as many times as you want, wherever you want. Um, yeah, if you're a walker, you could walk this whole thing. Uh, it's easier to take the trolley. You get more stuff in. Okay, so this is our first look at Niagara Falls right here.
Wow, look at all that water go, huh?
It's way back there in the background. We're still on the upper level. There's stairs that go down, but you can see it through those trees in the background there. Okay, so this is as good a spot as any to explain about the shoes. We wore water shoes. We packed sneakers, socks. We even packed extra set of clothes because we knew we were going to get wet. Um, if you noticed, my kids there are wearing waterproof. We all had these waterproof backpacks. That's where we kept our dry clothes. You really don't need dry clothes because you dry off pretty quickly anyway. Um, but the sneakers, like when you're wearing the water shoes or flip flops, there's no support in those at all. So, yeah, glad we brought extra shoes, our sneakers, and a pair of socks so that we could walk around the rest of the day and not have to go back to the hotel. Okay, so here we're coming up to the falls. This is where the American falls are. I went off on the path to the left here. I wanted to start a little further up the river. Um, yeah, but I'm already just in awe because of how fast the water is moving. I've never seen anything like that ever. It's just incredible. I am just amazed at how fast that water moves. Okay, I'm gonna stop now and slow this down. Yeah, so coming up here we go. Mandy and I are I'm trying to get a picture of us. I usually do a video and I'll move it around and then I'll pull a picture out as I'm doing the video editing. I'll take a snapshot of through the out of the video, and this one didn't turn out because I was squinting trying to see uh, the screen on my camera. I have to work on not squinting and just trust it. But here, this is the American side of the falls. That water is just amazing. Can't say enough about it. Okay, so this is our day one, and just we're going to do Maid of the Mist on day one. That's where the get on like a ferry, and it takes you down to the falls. And, get all wet and everything. Um, so this is just on our way. Okay, so this part coming up is going to be upside down. I am so sorry about that. I'll have to. I don't know why it did that. I'll have to try and work on that later. Uh, yeah, so I apologize. This is day one, and we're doing Maid of the Mist. Okay, so the next part coming up is the walkway up to the overlook and then the Maid of the Mist uh, ride. Um, this will straighten itself out here shortly. But we did the Maid of the Mist first. The line wasn't very long, and there's no line for the overlook, so we did the Maid of the Mist first. It went really quick. We moved. I think it took us like I don't know, 15, 20 minutes from when we got in line until we got down there. So yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Okay, so you can see the American Falls there, right there on the left side of the screen. In the background there, you can see the Canadian Falls. That's the more famous one that you see in all the movies and everything, the horseshoe shape. That's actually on the Canadian side. Um, so when you're on the boat going on the Maid of the Mist and you're going down into the falls there, you're actually in Canada, in the water, but I mean, you're still on the Canadian side. And way down there, that's the Maid of the Mist right down there. That's where we're going. And from up here, you take the elevator down. Uh, there's a upper and a lower deck. My older son and I went on the upper side. Mandy and Zachary went down on the lower end. You get wet no matter where you're at. I like the view on the top side better. Um, but they do spin around so that everyone gets a good look. And now we just got off the elevator and we're gonna go get our ponchos and get on the boat. And here we are, we got our ponchos and we're on the boat and we're just waiting to launch down to the falls. Okay, now we've launched and we're heading upriver now towards the falls. First you'll see up there on the left there, that's American Falls.
Also, for your own safety, please keep your hands and feet.
It's a nice, slow, leisurely tour. Like I said, I mentioned earlier that once you get up near the falls, they'll actually spin around, do a 360, so everybody gets a good view. Even if you're on the bottom of the boat and you're on the wrong side, you'll still get the shot because they spin. Now the American Falls coming up here, I am on the wrong side of the boat. I'm on the far side, so don't worry, we'll get better shots on the way back. I'll be on the other side. By the way, I wanted to mention that the ponchos they give you are very good. They actually keep you pretty dry. The next place we go, the ponchos won't work. But these actually good. I mean, it is made of mist, and that's all pretty much is mist. It's a lot of mist, but it's mist, so you do keep pretty dry with the ponchos. But you'll definitely want your water shoes because your feet will be wet after this.
These new boats are the first of their kind in North America, and are named after two important people, without whom these boats would not exist. The Nikola Tesla is named in honor of the inventor and electrical engineer. Tesla made history when he harnessed the energy of Niagra Falls to create power that could travel great distances. It was a massive engineering breakthrough, pioneered right here at Niagara, changing our lives forever. James V. Glynn is named for the chairman and chief executive officer of Made of the Mist. Glynn joined the company in 1950 as a ticket seller. During his tenure, Made of the Mist expanded operations, achieving tenfold growth. In 2020, in his 70th year with the Made of the Mist, the company announced the naming of the vessel James V. Glynn in his honor.
Coming up here, just a little dot there on the middle of the screen there, that's the red boat, that's the Canadian side. So the American boat is blue and the Canadian boat is red, and they're just on their way back. And we wave, of course. You always wave.
An almost unbelievable event. A 7-year-old boy named Roger Woodward was swept over the falls, wearing only a bathing suit and a simple life jacket. It's a miracle he survived. Roger was rescued almost at this exact spot by paramedics.
And just wanted to mention that right about here is where you start getting wet. You start feeling see everyone putting their heads on, their top on the water. Now we're down inside, getting down in there. Not quite there yet, but we're getting there. Look at all that. There's really not a bad spot on the boat if you're on top. They spin around, so everyone gets a view. The top is unobstructed, obviously, and the bottom might be a little drier, but you're still going to get wet. And like I said, they spin around, so if you're not up on the edge of the boat where there might be a problem, like you wouldn't be able to see up, obviously, because there's a ceiling there, but top of the boat is where it's at. The ponchos do a good job of keeping you dry. Bring water shoes because your shoes are going to get wet. Your feet are going to get wet on this one. And now we're starting to turn around and head back, and I'll be on the other side, obviously the other side now. This was really cool. I mean, just being down there like that, it was definitely really cool. You gotta go do it. You gotta go do it. Put it on your bucket list. Okay, so here we are in the overlook. That's a air balloon ride that you can go on if you wanted to. Um, and that bridge back there is well, that's the border. Sorry, excuse me. Uh, and we're on the overlook now, and see there's Canada back there in the background. If I get my hand out of the way, that's the Canadian side over there. And then, oh, they put these gates up here. The week before we got there, some lady threw her kids off and then tossed herself over the edge. Kind of sad. So they got the barriers up. You can't go any further than that. Really sad. There's Canada over there. This is where we go, where you can go to watch the fireworks at night. It's a good place to watch the fireworks. And they have there's lights on the Canadian side that shine over on the American Falls here. Different color lights, so it's pretty cool. We got a video of that too. That will be coming up in one of these videos.
Do this on your phone. So that all I do is take video, and then when I'm doing the looking at when I look at it on my phone, I can take pictures from the video. So I just take video of it. And make sure you sweep back and forth so that you know you got everything.
Okay, so here's the trolley, and coming up here, this is kind of funny because we get stopped. We stop at a red light, and we're sitting there for quite a little while, and there's a family sitting here, right here across the street here, and I asked them if they'd mind being on the video. You don't mind being in a video, do you? Okay, so coming up here, we're going to cross over the rapids. I want to say this is the Three Sisters area. It might be Goat Island. I don't remember. It's one of those. But those rapids here are awesome. Right here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Wow, look at that.
trolley went right there too.
你站我们这里来，这个的拿着。看过来呀，你到最前面来，你看这里来，拿这个角度再拿出来。
Okay, so coming up here, if you go here, be very aware of this next part right here. There's a mud path and very slippery, and yes, I did fall. My wife and the boys in the back, and my wife's like, "Oh look, some guy just fell." I'm like, "Oh no, that's Dad." Coming up here in just a little bit, you'll see it. But if you ever go here, when you're coming down towards the Canadian Falls, the overlook for us on the American side, be aware of this path here. You want to either go around or just don't walk on it. And right up ahead here, I fall. Everyone else is on it. See the mud path right there? I walked right down it. See the other people that are walking on grass? And there we go. Yeah, good. And then, as I get down a little farther and turn around, I see my son walking down, and I tell him, I'm warning him, don't walk on that.
Don't walk on that. Don't walk on that. Walk in the grass. I just slipped.
Kakak.
And we're coming up on the end of the day here. This was, I don't know, 5 hours, I guess, maybe 6. We condensed down into 33 minutes. This is the end of day 1, and we'll see you on day 2.